All right, now the microphones are hot.
So we're good now.
Okay, we're good. We're going. And I just can't hear us.
I can hear you.
Well, I'm glad you can. Ladies and gentlemen, you ever have one of those days where you think you're ahead and then you just keep falling farther and farther behind? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How y'all doing? Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much. I wonder if this is running. I guess I can get this thing in there to...
You think we're live or no? Oh, I got a notification we're live.
We are live.
Okay.
Yeah, got to turn the music off and we are rolling.
Now you can hear what we're doing.
Now you can hear what we're doing.
All right.
Now I can hear what we're doing. Hello, folks. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Look what it is. It is Take the Points Take, and I just keep throwing batteries around. This is
Nice prep.
It was.
I walked in the door and he goes, we're going to be late.
I was fully prepped, ladies and gentlemen. I had everything set to go. I've got I am just tremendously prepared. I've been working on it straight for the last 6 hours. 5, 6, something like that. Several.
I'm glad you're doing that while I was at home taking a nap.
Well, I know. I'd say that's a good thing too. I know that your kids love to see you at least half an hour a day.
Yeah,
that's nice. Let's start the weekly Take the Points show, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk college football. We're going to talk pro football. I got a little college basketball, and that's it. Yeah. We are a loaded show, and
there's tons going on, though.
There's tons going on. We got a lot to talk about. That's absolutely right. But before we get to that, folks, let's tell you a little bit about what is going on in and around your community. Some community events to maybe enlighten you today. Actually, quite a bit going on in the community today as well. This is something now I think that you, Lucas, would be pleased to join in on this today at noon today. Now we're 3 hours before that.
Is this Friday?
This is Friday.
Okay.
November 17th.
Okay.
At noon today. The Guadalupe Project pork loin sale is going on. This is at the Briscoe Surplus Sales.
Just right down the road.
Just right down the road on Route 50
in Florida.
At noon, the Guadalupe Project having their annual smoked pork loin sale. Pork loins will be available at Briscoe Surplus Sales during regular business hours on Friday, November 17th until noon on Saturday, November 18th. Order your pork loin today, which would be any day before today, the 17th. Actually, you probably can give a call today.
Yeah, if they're doing it until tomorrow at noon, then you can.
Yeah, give Ted Whitehead a call at 599-6719 or Briscoe Surplus Place Sales. Of course, that's Brad down there, 618-662-6816. And where is, I've got his... right there. Yeah, there's the Briscoe 662-8816. I better get the phone number right if I'm giving it out. These are great. These are wonderful pork loins, and I have usually, ladies and gentlemen, they do, even if you order them, they make some extra, which I'm not the best one to... You might have noticed from the early part of the show, I'm not the best one to play it ahead. But
you may not make the phone call, but you might swing by to see if they got
I will swing by. I'll swing by. Actually, I probably will swing by this afternoon, probably around at a decent hour, just to see if they've got something going on down there. They'll have them
within business hours.
Within business hours. Well, Briscoe Surplus Sales, they close down about 7 or 8 every night. Ooh. So yeah, that's Brad's got him a long night, a long day, long night. He does a great job. What else going on today, ladies and gentlemen? The 2024 Great American Eclipse. Get ready for it. They're going to have a meeting, at the Centralia Regional Library. And on April 8th, 2024 now, mark your calendars, another total solar eclipse will be happening, and Centralia says they have a front row seat. Actually, Flora has a front row seat, Salem, I think, Might be just, I think they're still in the totality, aren't they?
I think so. In the zone.
Fairfield's in the totality. I know that Sisney is, of course. So get ready to view this incredible event by coming to one of their monthly workshops leading up to the date of totality. You'll learn just what exactly an eclipse is, as well as why they happen, how to safely view one, and how to photograph them without hurting your eyes or your camera. That's an important part to it. There will also be arts and crafts. The event is held upstairs in the Munkin Activity Room. Of course, that's accessible either by elevator or by the stairs. What else going on Friday, ladies and gentlemen? It is Pink Friday in downtown Effingham. Effingham Small Business Black Friday. So it's Small Business Black Friday a week early. They call it Pink Friday. There you go. Embrace the spirit of community in downtown Effingham on Pink Friday, an annual event taking place each November, the Friday before Thanksgiving, Friday before Black Friday. The mission is to prioritize supporting local small businesses ahead of the rush to the big box stores that come on Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and all that stuff. Now more than ever, stand behind our incredible local businesses. Make the choice. Start your holiday shopping journey locally and support your local community. Without these folks, we wouldn't be here. Local stores are ready and adorned with decorations ready to go. Actually, I know Fairfield also having their big day-long open house on Sunday, I believe. That might be going Saturday and Sunday in Fairfield. I'm not sure about that, but this weekend. Also, on Saturday, November 18th, ladies and gentlemen, Saturday, November 18th, the Clay City Methodist Church will be hosting Thanksgiving. There you go. At 5 o'clock, it's going to be a community Thanksgiving dinner on Saturday from 5 to 7 at the Clay City Methodist Church. Going to be turkey, and I see you can get behind all this.
I can absolutely get behind that.
Turkey, mashed potatoes with gravy, corn, green beans, stuffing, rolls, pumpkin pie, and sheet cake.
Only turkey, only one protein. There's not a ham included in there too.
This is a dine-in. Maybe they have ham. Maybe they're going to.
That's a very classic Thanksgiving dinner right there.
Maybe they're going to pick up some pork loins.
There you go. Okay.
Maybe they'll pick up some pork loins. This is a dine-in event. If you'd like to carry out, please let them know. For questions or to donate, give Jill Lewis a call at 676-4631, and donations will be accepted at the door. Also on Saturday, food distribution at Louisville. This will be at 9 o'clock. The Hoosier Prairie Baptist Church having a free food distribution Saturday morning from 9 to 10. This will be in front of the BG Distributors in Louisville, pardon me. Stock pantry food boxes, as well as it will include meat, dairy, produce, and other grocery items. Also, no age restriction, income guidelines, or forms to fill out. Everyone is welcome. In that vein, the Hope Center in Albion also doing the same thing. They do this on the third Saturday every month. They host the Feed the Family event. Officials with the Hope Center at the event give away free food, free clothing, personal items, household items, miscellaneous stuff. They'll get underway at 9 o'clock as well. They do, however, at this one require you to listen to a message of hope. Which one would you go to? The one with the message of hope, or the one where you just walk in and walk out?
It's two different times, right?
9 o'clock and 9 o'clock.
Oh, same time. That's tough.
Louisville is about an hour away from Albion.
Yeah. I have no problem listening to it.
No compunction either way.
Yeah, I mean, either one. I'll call ahead and find out what they got.
Call ahead.
What do you got?
Oh, I don't blame you, man. A couple other things going on today, ladies and gentlemen, in the way of community events at the Effingham Elks Lodge. This is on Friday night. The Bosom Buddies Relay for Life team going to host a big old glow bingo event. Doors at 6. The bingo starts up at 7 o'clock, and $25 in advance, $30 at the door. You're going to have a chance to win all that money back. Cash bar, raffle snacks, so that'll be a lot of fun on Friday night. Also, Friday and Saturday. You register on Friday register today up through November 17th, and then Effingham will have their turkey drop. It's for all veterans, Guard and Reserve, and as well as active duty folks, and a meal kit per household. These folks do a wonderful job providing meals to veterans. Feeds up to a family of 4. Free frozen turkey with a bag of sides. That's cool.
Yeah.
That they're giving you a week in advance. Because if they're giving you the frozen turkey,
Oh, you guys going to take the week?
it's going to take if you set it in the fridge, it's going to take the week.
Yeah.
If you and it's kind of tricky to set out, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah, you don't want to sit on the counter. You want to give it the time it needs in the fridge and not sit it on the counter.
you want to
And definitely don't put it in a water bath.
really.
Yeah. And don't put it in the fridge in your shop, in your garage or your shop if it's not heated, because it will stay frozen. So
Really?
Oh yeah.
Because because it gets colder throughout the week, and
We've made.
I wonder.
fatal error that
What was who made the mistake with the water? I'm assuming that takes all the taste out of it.
It just mushifies. That's a word, right?
Yeah, that's a good word.
The meat texture is way different. You put it in water like that.
Do you get the giblet bag out before you make that mistake, or would one have gotten the giblet bag?
If it's
out?
frozen, no, you got to wait for it to thaw. But
What else going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is National Substitute Teachers Day. Every Friday before Thanksgiving, this recognizes substitute teachers and folks by the event occurs the Friday before Thanksgiving. I really should.
time out.
I really should say.
Leave the picture up. Who's subbing and doing that in the background?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not doing that in the background. I'm sub teaching.
That's a trig sub.
Yeah,
right there.
I'm about to say that dude's got some serious skills if they sub and doing that.
Yeah, that's he's got the trigs going, the trigonometry. How many substitute teachers do you think there are in the United States?
A lot. I couldn't even.
And as of 2020,
10 million.
that's a great guess, but it's only 500,000.
Really?
500,000.
That's all?
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
I think that's shy.
Yeah, that can't be.
I think that's shy.
My wife works at a school, and it is a constant.
How many?
parade of
I'm
substitute teachers.
assuming, that school only has 300 or 400 kids, and I'm assuming that there are
lots and lots
10 or
and
15,
lots and lots of
10 subs a day. Anyway,
and there's some of them they call long-term subs that might as well be teachers. There, I mean,
I must admit, as an educated adult, I look back and realize how much torture we gave the subs. I tell you, the subs deserve every day they can get, especially if they dealt with the Dickey twins. God bless them, because we were not very kind. You told the subs that you're where are we supposed to be here? The subs asked the silly question, where are we in the book? Oh, yeah, we'll tell you where we are in the book. We're about 2. We're not even in that book. We're in this book.
Yeah. Who are you? This is English.
I'm sorry. This is art class.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be doing art all afternoon long. Dude, get out the macaroni so we can make something cool. You'll like this one better, ladies and gentlemen. This is National Butter Day.
Oh yeah,
National Butter Day. Few ingredients make a meal richer and more flavorful than butter. On November 17th each year, National Butter Day gives this creamy ingredient the day it needs.
yeah, I agree.
And actually, you really kind of need National Butter Day right before Thanksgiving, because if there's any meal that calls for a gigantic, copious amounts of butter, it is also. You know what goes also with National Butter Day?
I'm bread of some sort.
I'm guessing that they set this up on purpose. It's also National Homemade.
There we go.
Bread
Absolutely.
Day. National Homemade Bread Day falls on November 17th each year. This is where homes will fill with warm, comforting aromas, reminding us to slow down and enjoy National Homemade Bread Day. This has been the National Homemade Bread Committee from Ann Arbor, Michigan. The only good thing to come out of Ann Arbor. Founded National Homemade Bread Day back in the early 1980s. And let's see, I got another picture of bread here, I think. That's some good-looking loaves of bread there. Is yeast a living organism?
Yeah.
Yes. Under the right conditions, it will reproduce rapidly. That's why certain yeasts are ideal for baking as well as for brewing. So there you go.
I have a lot of things in my life that aren't good for me, and I eat a lot of bread, especially homemade bread.
You know, that's
it's
the
a
thing.
really bad one for me.
That's the thing. For the last 20 years they've been talking about bad carbs and that kind of stuff. I mean, but when you're in high school, nobody talked about that. It didn't come up until the 2000s. Folks talked about how bad bread was for you and that kind of stuff. I eat a lot of bread too.
A warm loaf of homemade bread and then real butter, slather on it while it's warm. Yeah.
You really can't ask for much more.
No.
You really cannot ask for much more.
We got my mother a bread maker one Christmas or one, I don't know what it was for.
I got to ask,
and every
what did she
single
think about?
solitary day was bread, and every day it got ate. I mean, it ran for months on end, and we just had to stop making bread because we ate it all the time. And then you make the meals around the bread.
That's just incredible.
What do we do with this bread? I don't know.
French toast and the whole.
I was about to say beef Manhattans. I mean, it was. I'm a reason. I'm this size for a reason.
There's well, join the club. What do you want to see on TV, ladies and gentlemen? What's good on television? Football tonight. The South Florida Bulls will be at University of Texas San Antonio. That's at 6 o'clock on ESPN2, and also Colorado is at Washington State at 6:30 on Fox Sports 1. We'll get to Colorado. We'll get to Colorado.
What a terrible coach he is.
Can you believe it?
Yeah, I can't believe it, but
and he might get, and he's going to get moved up. He's going to move up.
He'll move along the line.
NBA basketball. Oh, the other game, like I said, Colorado, Washington State. That's on Fox Sports 1 at 6:30. NBA basketball at 6:30. The Kings at the Spurs. That's on ESPN, and it'll be followed by the Funds. How about the Suns at the Jazz? All Westerns on the ESPN tonight. Also, the Magic are at the Bulls. That's on NBC Sports Chicago, channel 643. Hockey tonight. I left one in there that is not true. There's no Tampa Bay Lightning at St. Louis Blues. That was on Tuesday night.
No, left it on favor?
Yeah, Blues already won it. Beat the tar out of Tampa. Shut them out. 5-0. This is a heck of a nice win.
How far into the season are they?
15 games.
Oh, that far?
Maybe. Yeah.
So they're okay.
14, 15 games.
They play 82, right?
80.
80.
And NCAA basketball, folks, if you want to see NCAA basketball, you just turn the TV on because Thanksgiving tournaments are getting underway today. Starting at 10:30 this morning. Go to CBS Sports Network. Go to Fox Sports. Go all over the place. You can't walk through your channels. You can't walk up and down the channels.
Sports channel. There's college basketball.
It's college basketball all day long. All the ESPNs, all of them will have college basketball. That's Lucas Vaughan. I am Bruce Dickey. We'll be back. We're going to talk college football. We're going to talk pro football. Maybe even a little college basketball. Back right after this.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Chapman's Furniture has the best prices every day. You can find them open Monday through Saturday from 9 to 5 and located at 210, 300, and 306 West Main Street in Salem. Chapman's features a full line of furniture including Ashley Furniture, Bedding by Sealy and Bimco, and the largest selection of rugs in Southern Illinois. They have a huge selection of recliners, including lift and power, and wallpaper and border in stock at closeout prices. Call 618-548-2221 for the best price around.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
And I was right to change my mind. It was wrong on the show, but I was right overall. So I count that
Sometimes
as a win.
that's what happens when we make our bets so early.
That's exactly right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. It's our Take the Points edition with Lucas Vaughan today, and we are...
The numbers are really flipped upside down. I was just noticing the totals.
Things have taken a turn.
Yeah, they've nosedived on us.
We'll show you those. We'll show you those ugly pictures here later, maybe, presumably, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, college football. It's in the home stretch. It is coming down the stretch. If you're watching in Kentucky Derby, and when they say "and down the stretch they come," it's past that point. It is.
That being said, the front runners are running in front. They're not coming from behind.
I'll show you that right now. Here, take a look. Here is the football national champions.
Yeah.
These are the only teams that they're now taking money on, because nobody else basically can get in to the Final Four.
Yep, that looks right to me.
This is the current odds on winning the football national championship, and that is why, to me, I am looking so much forward to that to the 12-team playoff next year.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I mean, there were 3 weeks left in the season. There are 2 weeks left in the season, and there's only 8 teams.
Yeah, there's 8 teams that have a chance.
And next week there'll probably be about 4 or 5 of these teams, or 6 of them. Maybe Oregon can stick around in there, but if Texas, you got to figure if Texas or Alabama loses, they're out. Alabama could lose the Iron Bowl. I mean, they've still got 2 games. Well, they all have 2 games
they've all got
left.
2 left.
So yeah, it's a floating thing. Georgia, it surprises me, though, Michigan is ahead of Georgia by 50
Georgia just
bucks.
beat number 9 Ole Miss, or what it was this weekend, by 35. So
That was never a game.
no, never again.
It was never a game. Georgia rolled. Michigan rolled.
They won by 9, but it's all.
When you run the ball the last 30 times
that's
you run a play, that's rolling.
Yeah.
Whether or not, whether you're playing the Cecil Valier Red Devils or playing whoever you're playing.
This is just typical Penn State. An inflated number. They beat up on everybody else in the Big Ten, then they go play the big boys, and they don't show up.
They didn't show up.
No.
Franklin is
It's typical.
It's James Franklin.
Yeah.
It's the James Franklin football. They lost to Michigan by a chunk. Ohio State, they did what Ohio State does, and you've got
It's gonna come down.
Washington just blew out Utah.
Kind of. They only won by 7, but it wasn't that close of a game.
It wasn't that close.
By 9.5 here, it felt like a good bet that didn't hit somehow, but no. Washington still looks good. And their Washington's defense shows up when it needs to.
When it needs to.
Yeah, for some reason they'll give up big yards and big numbers, but when they need to show up, they'll show up.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room. We don't know what the temporary restraining order on the Michigan cheating scandal is on today. They're trying to put Harbaugh back on the sideline for the Maryland game as well as the Ohio State game. Do you think it matters to Michigan if Harbaugh is on the sidelines?
Yes. It does. Harbaugh is
Jim Harbaugh.
He's fire. And I think his team
they feed off him.
They feed off of him, and so him not being on now against Maryland, maybe not so much. Even against Penn State, not so much. Ohio State, it does make it.
Ohio State's a good team.
Yeah.
And that's at Michigan Stadium. That's at the Big House next week. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves here, but that's next week. I've been to Maryland. I was in Maryland this year. I don't see Maryland upsetting Michigan.
If Illinois can beat Maryland at Maryland, I feel like Michigan should be fine.
Hurtful. That's
truthful.
Truthful and hurtful.
Come on.
Truthful. Oh, well, you brought them up.
Yeah.
How about my Illini?
You know what? A handful of weeks back, I believe you said it. All they got to do is win the next 4 or 5 in a row, and they're playoff. What are they sitting? 5-5 right now.
They are 5-5 right now. They are heading to Iowa this week.
The Score Fest.
They're heading to Iowa this week. That's the thing. Okay, Iowa has been feasting on these teams in the Big Ten West that really that don't have an offense
and
worth a hoot.
Right, their offense isn't very good, and their defense is
Illinois' got an offense. Illinois has an offense.
They put up 45
But
last
48.
week? 48 last week?
Yeah, they beat Indiana 48-45. Granted, it was overtime, but it was 42-42 at the end of regulation. So Illinois' got an offense. They can score.
Have they got a quarterback that I've never heard of?
They're
healthy. I've never even heard of the quarterback.
He's back. Allmeyer's back. They announced today.
The dude just threw for 500 yards.
If I'm lying, I'm dying.
Oh, my.
Brett Bielema just threw John Paddock, or whatever his name is, on the scrap heap of history and says Luke Altmyer is starting at Iowa.
Okay. That's interesting.
I'll tell you how it's going to go. If you really want to know. We're
going to see both quarterbacks, right?
Yeah. You know who was most surprised about he was getting the start, probably? Luke
Altmyer.
Yeah, Paddock just threw for 507 yards or whatever it was, just the best day in 43 years for Illinois football. I listened. By the way, this was before the Dave Wilson game was before every game was on television because I listened to it on the radio. I remember Dave Wilson throwing for 621 yards.
Jeez,
it was insane. And
John Paddock, go back here for a second. A freshman.
Oh, no, he's 6th-year senior.
Out of
Ball State. He's from Champaign.
I didn't know the kid. Like I said, I saw the name. I was like, who is John Paddock?
He's from Champaign.
Okay.
He's from Champaign. His family, you don't know this story?
No, I have no idea. I never heard of the dude.
His great-grandfather played for Illinois in the 1930s. John Wright Sr. John Wright Jr. played for Illinois in the 1960s. He was an All-American receiver, and also academic All-American. Also runs a big insurance agency now. John Wright III played in the early 90s. And this kid is John Wright III's nephew. So he's John Wright Jr.'s grandson, John Wright III's nephew, and his mother is a Wright.
Okay.
So he has the bloodlines. He's gone to Illinois football games his entire life. Lived for Illinois football. They didn't recruit him.
He had his glory.
They didn't recruit him. So he goes to Ball State. It's the MAC. He played in the MAC for years. Gets the COVID year, gets to come back. He's a 6th-year senior.
Backup quarterback.
Walks on, because all he wanted to do was play for Illinois and say that he played for Illinois.
Sure.
They let him play. He threw like 1 or 2 passes earlier in the year. That's all. and then he comes into that Minnesota game, wins the game on 3 passes, goes out and throws 500 yards on last Saturday, and then Bielema tells him you can't start.
I hope you enjoyed your time.
No. What's going to happen is, Altmaier's going against the best defense in the Big Ten. Iowa, if they're not the best, they are right there with the best in the Big Ten.
Well, the over-under number last week was 27.5, and didn't get there.
One of the best defenses in the Big Ten. I figure that I think they'll juggle quarterbacks, to tell you the truth. Paddock is accurate as can be. I couldn't believe some of the throws he was making the other day, but he can't run. He can't run as well as Altmaier, and they want Altmaier to run.
It's a big game for Illinois. They get to 6-5 in the year.
Altmaier coming off of a concussion a week and a half ago. Yeah, it's interesting. It's going to be fun. I tell you what, we've been gabbing about it. We're going to come back and give you bets for this, as well as show you all kinds of charts and stuff. When we return, you're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Back in a sec.
Hi, my name is Landon Carter, and I'm a financial consultant at Benjamin F. Edwards in Flora. Whether you're planning to send a loved one to school, preparing for retirement, or passing your wealth to the next generation, we have the knowledge and perspective to implement financial strategies that will help you move smoothly through life's transitions. Here at Edwards, our clients know that we are fully invested in their financial future. To find out more, call Duke and I invite you to give us a call at 618-508-8050. Benjamin F. Edwards, member SIPC.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
That sucks. That's too bad for her. I feel bad for it. Hello, folks. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. As Lucas is here, and let's talk a little bit about college football gambling. Who should you be betting on against the spread numbers, ladies and gentlemen? The top teams against the spread in college football.
No undefeated ones anymore, huh?
Nobody's undefeated. UNLV lost.
Definitely not a who's who.
Spread.
Definitely not a who's who of college football teams here.
You know, you look at that, and nobody is other than Liberty being 10-0, but nobody is with the 8 or with only one loss. Most of them 2 or 3 losses. San Jose State's 8-2 against the spread. They're 5-5. Mm-hmm. So I mean that's why I changed. One of the reasons I changed, by the way, last week to San Jose State from.
I've made a little bit of money on Arizona this year.
Arizona's fun to watch. Here's who's good. Here's who's bad against the spread. Hello, Illinois.
There we go.
Illinois did not cover last week as they were, I think, a 6-point favorite against Indiana. They were just glad to get the win. Mm-hmm. And then you look at, just imagine spending $100 on Vanderbilt every week.
Nope.
You'd be down $1,000 in a month or in 3 months. Ouch. That is unpleasant.
How is this against the spread percentage? I guess is how it's set up.
Yeah.
Okay, I was trying to figure out how it was set up. So Vanderbilt's the worst at 1-10.
Right. 2 and 8 would be 20%.
There we go.
2 and 7 and 2. You've got it works out as 2 and 7. They threw out the 2 again. So it works out as 2 and 7, 2 and 6.
You saw that big bet on Kent State, right? The $1 million bet.
What was the
Kent
story
State.
on that? The idiot down in Florida just had money to burn.
I guess he had money to burn when the $1 million bet on Kent State.
On a terrible team.
Yeah, number one, he had it minus
twice,
or plus 10.5, and then he had a money line bet on for a big number 2. So and they lost by 30. So
here is over and under, the top over and under team in the country, 10-0 to the over, LSU. Now that is if you got the early number against Florida, because if you got the late number against Florida, they did not cover that last week. But the early number covered for LSU on that. So that's how that one is being converted.
When the original number came out?
The original number. USC, Georgia Tech, all these teams. Alabama, look at that, 7-3. You know, the vaunted defense. Alabama just keeps scoring. That's the thing.
And that Joe Milrose really turned the corner.
is having a heck of a game. Of course, Indiana 7-3. They're going over all the time. How about under the best under?
Wow,
There's your Arizona.
Arizona's there on that under.
Arizona. Nobody thinks they're going to. They think their defense isn't any good. And Coastal Carolina isn't scoring this year.
Ohio State.
UCLA with Chip Kelly. Everybody thought they'd be scoring a ton of points. And Ohio
State and Iowa, both 2-8.
Well, that's the thing. Ohio State's over-under's probably about 50 or 55 or 60 points most games.
Iowa's pushing 30.
Iowa's about 30, 31, 32 most games. So there you have that. And if you're looking Heisman, I've got that too.
Wow, Bo Nix is the lead. Wow.
Bo Nix has pulled ahead of Michael Penix.
Holy cow.
In the latest gambling, the wagering.
Tell you what, you give a couple more games to Jaden Daniels like he had last week, and his number's going to be up there too.
I don't think I got to tell you, I don't think people want to give it to Jaden Daniels. I don't think they want to give it to LSU quarterback, because Bo Nix and Penix have only one loss between the two of them, and they're playing each other probably again in about 2 weeks. How did we do last week?
Let's talk about this week's bets. So let's go with Bruce hit one of his bets and his super dog.
I hit my super dog again.
Good job, sir.
I don't have it on the paper there, but I believe if you look back,
I actually would like to go back and see what you are on super dogs this year.
I think I've hit 4 in a row and maybe 6 out of 8 or something.
I was about to say I've hit 2 super dogs.
I've hit a bunch of super dogs. I'm doing all right on. Let's move on from there.
Yeah, and then we'll go with this. The rest of us just didn't do good. Okay.
The rest of us didn't do well.
This week's bets, we got a handful of repeats in here, and a game that I really liked when it came out too. You and Weezer both on is Oregon State versus Washington. We just showed Washington up there being a one loss team, but they're going to Oregon State, and going into Oregon State is extremely difficult, and this is under 3 points.
Yeah.
We've got 2, you got 2.5, same thing.
Let's see, do we have his Oregon State on either of these lists?
I don't think so. Washington was on there on the over, on the unders, on the over, sorry.
Okay.
But yeah.
On the overs, you say?
Yeah.
No,
was I lying to you?
Yeah, you're lying to me. I don't think any of them. I don't think Oregon was on any of them either.
Right. But yeah, you and Weez are on Oregon State. Weez is on one that I'm on. He likes the Illinois Iowa under 30.5.
I don't think so. I mean, God bless you. I hope you win the bet. I hope Illinois wins it 29-0. But
yeah, that'd be nice.
But I think it's going to go over. I think that it'll be 20-17 or something.
So you're thinking the Illini vaunted defense is going to keep him out of the end zone?
No, Iowa doesn't score much.
They're scoring 17 according to you.
Illinois gave up 42 to Indiana last week.
Indiana is really good. They had Michael Penix as quarterback a few years back.
I think it's going over. I think it's going over. I disagree with your bet.
It's too fun to bet.
As nice as I can.
All right, and then my other bet, like I said, I've got Illinois Iowa under, and then I'm on Georgia minus 10.5 at Tennessee. they beat Ole Miss by 30 last week.
Georgia's playing really well.
Georgia playing really,
about
really good
3 weeks
football.
ago, people were talking about, Georgia's done.
Yeah.
Georgia's done. They ran Missouri out.
Yeah.
Ran Tennessee out.
Ole
Ran Ole Miss out. Tennessee's a good team too, and they're coming off a terrible loss to Missouri.
Yeah, and I think Georgia right now is catching their stride, but I don't think the numbers have caught up to what they're actually playing.
Maybe.
So that's why I'm going that way. Bruce, your other one, you're on Iowa State plus 7.5 versus Texas.
I like the half, and actually, I think Texas is banged up. Their starting running back's out.
Yeah, he
He's
is
out
out for the season. Yep.
And Ewers, I don't think is quite back yet. He's back and he's playing, but I don't think he's all there.
Yeah.
So that's why. And
they're
at Iowa State.
And playing at Iowa
in
State.
the cold.
Yeah.
In the cold in Ames.
Jamie, he's on Army, Coastal Carolina, under the 43.5.
That makes sense. Army staying under.
And it's probably a Thursday game or Saturday game or Friday game.
I thought I had Army in that.
There's your Coastal right there.
Yeah, Coastal staying under.
Yeah, 2-8.
Yeah.
Army's not on there anymore. And then he's on the Indiana and Michigan State over 47.5. I guess he saw that shootout last week with Indiana. There with Illinois.
They might get 47.5 in the first quarter of that game. What's our Super Dogs?
All right, Weeze is on North Carolina plus 7 going to Clemson. Whew.
North Carolina?
Yeah.
Clemson has turned it around.
I know.
The Fighting Dabos are fighting pretty hard right now.
They are.
Good luck to you, Brian. We appreciate it.
Bruce, you're on Nebraska plus 5 versus Wisconsin.
Wisconsin's terrible. Wisconsin's playing, Nebraska is too, but Wisconsin is playing terrible right now.
So there's two terrible teams that one of them has to win.
Two bad teams, one of them has to win. I'm picking Nebraska.
And you've been hot, so.
It's a better coach.
Jamie, Jamie's on Michigan State to beat Indiana, plus 4.5.
How about Indiana's favored by 4.5, huh? Okay.
No, Michigan State. Oh, Indiana. Yeah, I'm sorry, India. Yes, yeah. And then I'm on UCLA at USC. I'm not a Caleb Williams believer. I'm not a USC believer. I think UCLA can take him.
I do not disagree at all. We'll be right back. We're going to talk NFL right after this. Stick around. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local hand-cooked tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hey folks, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. It's our weekly Take the Points edition of the show. Lucas Vaughan is here, and we are talking college football. Not going to talk NFL football as seems like the week just ended. We're over halfway through the NFL season now, too.
Yeah, I know.
Are you all right with that? I mean, we're NFL is your bag, baby, man. This is what you love.
I watched this on Thursday, all day Saturday, Monday. We got the next week after Thanksgiving. We got the Black Friday game for the first time. So yeah, I watch every one.
So you're going to watch Black Friday? Yeah, that's in case you're wondering. Was it the Dolphins? Playing on.
I don't remember now. It's on Amazon. Amazon got it.
I heard that Peacock got a game on like Christmas Eve or Christmas Eve or something like that. Like the Friday before Christmas, so the 23rd.
Yeah, that would be it.
I think is when they got it.
Well, it'd be the 23rd would be Saturday. Christmas Eve is Sunday, and Christmas Day is Monday.
It's 23rd. So. Yeah, Peacock gets a game. So we'll figure out how you can watch them. But what's the biggest story right now? Buffalo being dead? Are we throwing dirt on the Bills early? 5-5?
You're not throwing it on early. They're in trouble. They need to figure something out. They do not have a run game still, even though they did run the ball better. But Josh Allen keeps turning the ball over. The defense is not great. So
they ain't stopping anybody.
No,
when they need it.
Buffalo's in trouble here.
Buffalo's in trouble. You've got the Niners back from their 3-game snooze.
Yeah, they hit
the snooze button a couple times.
They lost Deebo Samuel in there, and he made a big difference on the team. But once he's been back, man, it's been a different team.
How about the Cleveland Browns now without their $260 million quarterback for the rest of the season?
And I believe that $260 was almost all guaranteed, too.
I believe it was all guaranteed.
So, that's another Cleveland thing right there. They're going to go with, instead of $260 or $1 million Deshaun Watson, we're going to go with P.J. Walker that was in the AAF here not very long ago.
They cut Josh Dobbs.
No.
At the start of the season.
Okay, and then he went to Arizona.
Yeah. So they had Josh Dobbs. They cut Baker Mayfield last year, who's now starting
down in Tampa Bay.
The Cleveland Browns just can't win for. I'm surprised DTR they haven't tried.
Yeah. That being said, they beat who a lot of people were saying was the number 1 team in the league last week in Baltimore. So, which is crazy to me.
Everything's just spinning topsy-turvy right now in the NFL. Then, is there any team that you can count on? Say you have to make a bet to save your life.
Philadelphia.
You can count on Philadelphia.
Yeah, they for one simple reason, they're going to run the ball. Their offense is efficient. Philadelphia.
Hurts doesn't turn it over.
Not typically, he does not turn it over. They have weapons at all the skill positions and a good defense. So Philadelphia would be that one. Unfortunately, I don't hate to say that, but yeah.
I haven't looked at it. I don't think any of us are on the Chiefs-Eagles game on Monday night, are we?
No. I love that game though.
That may be the best Monday night football game in years.
Well, how about the Thursday night game this week?
What's the Thursday night game?
I forgot. I was hoping you told me, but
it's like right there on your list.
No, what is it? Cleveland
it's the first one.
So I can't went to the back page.
Yeah, back page is wrong. Keep going.
Cincinnati, Baltimore. Great Thursday night game. Typically, Thursday night games aren't great. You get a Cincinnati, Baltimore game. It's nice, and a couple teams that need the wins.
Yeah, I've got too many Baltimore Ravens right now in my fantasy league team, and that's killing me because they're up and down. Here is what this is the against the spread. Wow. So Detroit leading the way against the spread. If you're betting on the Lions every week, you are winning as you're winning. You're up $480 over the course of the year. There's your Eagles. If you're going to bet on a team, if to bet on a team to save your life, and actually, I'm surprised the Chiefs are that high up at 6-3 because they've got some pretty good spreads most of the time so far this year. The Dolphins looking good. Are the Dolphins for real?
Their offense is for sure. If you can protect Tua, and they're getting that rookie running back that had Shane back this week too.
It's fascinating to me that the Vikings are on that list at 6-3.
I mean, Josh Dobbs has led them to 2 victories the last 2 weeks on games that
by himself,
literally by himself. I guess he had T.J.
Hawkinson helping out.
Yeah.
But, you got Josh Dobbs. How about the bottom end of the list? There's the Patriots are at the bottom with 2-8. Is Bill Belichick done at the end of the year as a Patriot?
Yes. He'll move on to something else.
Do you think he's done as a football coach?
No.
He's done as a pro football
He's too
coach.
prideful.
He is that. He's a very proud man.
I think he'll go somewhere that he can be successful again, but I think the New England one is done for now.
Really?
Yeah.
You think the New England...
Even though he is the GM there, what's he going to do, fire himself? I mean, it's his problem that the roster is lousy as it is.
You have to feel like he's on thin ice whenever the owner's son says to his dad, "We're just not good enough."
Yeah.
On national television, didn't realize he was on national television. We're just not good enough.
And he's right about that.
And he's right. He is right. There's another look at the bottom of the list against the spread. The Chargers, everybody's darlings coming into the year. There's your the Bills we were talking about, 5-5 on the season. And is the Bajent era over at Chicago?
I think his era, the 4 games, 2-2, we're going to have to move on to Justin again.
Is Justin healthy enough? Is it?
Supposedly he's playing this week. So yeah, I was dislocated thumb.
Overs.
Right hand.
Thank you, Dallas Cowboys. They're the Dallas Cowboys.
I think they got the overs only against the Giants all year long because
actually they haven't played too many good teams.
The Giants have just, they're bad.
And you've got those are the only teams that are, there's like what is that? 9 teams that are actually not even 9. 7 teams that are above 500 to the over, which means to the under is a lot more teams. With the Giants at the bottom of the over-under. Tommy DeVito is maybe not a dream come true as an NFL quarterback.
No, and then the Raiders have Aiden O'Connell. Tennessee's got Will Levis now. Ugh.
Steelers have Gardner Minshew. No, not Gardner Minshew. They've got
Kenny Pickett. Look at the Chiefs 2-7 to the over.
Chiefs 2-7. They just the number's always so high.
Yeah, their defense have played better this year.
Yeah. So it's been the numbers will catch up.
Buffalo 3-7. I mean, Buffalo to me has been the most disappointing team this whole year.
That's the thing though. If you look at over and under, folks, it's something that it doesn't have to be like. Against a spread where you have to have pretty close to 50% on average. Over and under, you can have anything. I mean, the NFL is just way under this year. Tell us, how did we do last week on the NFL?
NFL, we did a little bit better than we did on the
3 out of 8.
Yeah, we went 3 and 5. So you hit your 2 because you're hot.
Ladies and gentlemen,
then I hit 1.
Do not by any means take me being hot as something that is going to continue. But I'll show you.
It's hard to see the red in there
I'll
sometimes.
flash it up there in a minute and you'll be able to read it better. What are our bets this week?
All right, he's going to take the Packers +3 versus the Chargers.
That's at Lambeau.
I thought it was at Lambeau too, but he didn't put it on that way. Oh yeah, he does. Yeah, he did. Yeah, it's at
Lambeau.
Green Bay.
Yeah. That was a stay away for me. I just don't trust the Chargers. I don't trust the Packers.
Yeah, you don't know which team you're going to get.
You don't know who's going to play for the Packers.
And then he's on the Jags -6.5 versus the Titans. That was the
Jags coming off a tough loss.
They had won 5 or 6 in a row, and then they just got obliterated by San Fran last week. Yeah. And the Titans didn't look very good last week.
He's got the Jags -6.
Yeah, he's got the Jags -6.
All right.
Jamie's on the Texans Cardinals over 47.5. That makes complete and total sense.
He would do that.
Yeah. Well, you got Kyler Murray back. You got C.J. Stroud slinging the ball all over the place.
Yeah,
neither of these teams, they're both these teams are more offensive.
No longer Clayton Tunes.
No.
The Cardinals.
That was one of the easiest bets I won all year long when he started the game.
Yeah.
And then he's on the Browns +1 versus the Steelers.
And that has moved.
Yeah.
Since he made that. That has moved now. I think. Golly, I think the Steelers are now 4, 5, 6 favorite, aren't they?
Because of the Watson news.
No, with Deshaun Watson.
So we got PJ Tucker. P.J. Walker in there.
P.J. Tucker plays basketball.
Yeah. I wanted to see what that line was now then.
What's I think it moved. You're on TV here.
Oh, well, this one still says Cleveland -1.5.
Okay.
Okay. I'm on the Rams Seahawks over 46. Stafford's coming back this week. It seems like when these two teams play, they score a lot of points.
As in Seattle or in Los Angeles?
It's actually in L.A.
Okay.
And then I'm on the Cowboys -10.5 at Carolina. Listen, the Cowboys proved that they can beat all these bad teams and beat the crap out of them.
They beat bad teams.
Carolina's a bad team.
Carolina is a bad team.
So,
what's mine?
You got the Bucks +11.5 at San Fran.
There are a lot of huge lines this week.
Mm-hmm.
I just think 11.5 is too much. The Niners, they don't beat the tar out of anybody unless the other team.
They did that in Jacksonville.
I know, unless the other team keeps giving them the ball. Like Jacksonville kept doing.
Baker Mayfield won't give up.
Baker Mayfield ain't giving up.
So he will sling the ball to the end to try to cover those lines.
Yeah.
And then you got Washington -10 versus the Giants.
Tommy DeVito, baby. I love Tommy.
You love betting against Tommy.
I love betting against Tommy. Here's what we got, ladies and gentlemen. If you're wanting to see, that's too much red last week.
Yeah,
maybe too much red the week before. But you can see what our bets are.
What that means is we're due.
What that means is everybody is due. And if you look at that, I am on a hot. I am.
You're on a heater, man.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
You're fought 15 games total. You're 13-2.
Yeah, so I'm
in the last 3 weeks.
So yeah, I'm due to get killed.
You're on fire.
I am due to get. Wish I was betting on all those super dogs. I haven't been throwing money on the super dogs. I only threw.
Dude, I wish you would have. You've been hitting them all year long.
Yeah, I know it. I feel bad, but
I feel bad now.
But there you are, folks. Now again, these are for pleasure only, entertainment purposes only. Do not take the past performance in no way is indicative of future results. That's for sure.
You've hit 7 super dogs this year out of 1, 2,
10,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 weeks.
That's not bad.
That's pretty good on the old super dog.
That's not bad at all.
I'd be curious to know if the other one's actually covered. Nice.
One of them I know didn't. I can't tell you. I can't tell. I can't remember. But there you are. Good luck to you, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you do well. Let's talk a little college hoops. The only thing I've got to show with college hoops is this is the current odds to win the NCAA championship.
This is weird. I mean, there's a bunch of teams that really don't have any championships at the top of this list. I mean, you never see Kansas or Duke or UConn or Kentucky or Michigan State in the championship. Gee, am I near Arizona?
Wait,
holy cow.
Hold on a minute. Which of these teams doesn't belong there?
There's one in the middle. All right.
Yeah, I've got the Purdue doesn't belong there. I don't think Tennessee's ever won a national championship in college basketball.
But that's a who's who list of historically great.
That is a who's who of course, now this doesn't have Illinois available because this is from the local from the Bet Rivers, Illinois.
They gave Creighton a run last night or a couple nights ago. Marquette.
Marquette's at 17-1. Marquette's a good team. They've got maybe the best point guard in the country, and that was pretty clear last night how much better he was than the Illinois. It kind of made clear also that Illinois needs a point guard.
They got one coming in next year. Unfortunately,
they do have a freshman coming in next year who is an outstanding point guard. I was kind of surprised looking at it that North Carolina was 35-1. I guess folks still aren't quite happy with Hubie Davis coaching, Baylor at 30-1. It's basically Michigan should not be 60. Michigan is not that good a team, and Indiana is not that good a team to be 65-1.
The Zags at 30-1. I looked at the box score last night. They've got some kids that they transferred, and they got the leading score from Wyoming last year. They put up to 20 for them this year, transferred over there. And a kid out of Illinois, 6'10" kid that put up 23 points in 16 minutes for him there the other night. So I didn't recognize the kid. I'd have to go back and look at big, tall, 6'10" white kid. So out of Northern Illinois
I
somewhere.
was going to say it sounds like Kalkbrenner, but he's in Creighton.
Yeah, no,
He's the type of kid you would have expected to transfer.
No,
he play for Gonzaga.
Yeah, he's a freshman, so he was. I don't know who he was.
I'll take a look. Hey, folks, thank you so much for tuning in to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Good luck to you on this weekend's bets, and go out, shop locally, have a good time. Lucas, thanks for being here.
Yes, sir.
We'll see y'all next time. Have a great weekend.